being reported that Donald Trump has tapped J.D. Vance to negotiate the TikTok deal. Now, when Donald Trump became president January 20th, he gave TikTok a one-time 75-day extension of the TikTok ban with guarantees about no enforcement of any of the penalties, and that allowed TikTok to restore service to the United States. Um, but that ban could go back into effect. Now, we don't know what's going to happen with these tariffs that have been put on China, the 10% that already went into effect. And we don't know, since Donald Trump has said he wants to put reciprocal tariffs on countries that put tariffs on us, and China did put tariffs back on us in response to the 10%. Um, how willing to negotiate China would be on in this deal. So we don't know what's going to go on there, but Donald Trump has put J.D. Vance in charge of coming up with a deal. And I'm not sure if J.D. Vance is going to be able to come up with one, but one of the reasons we are hearing that he even was the vice presidential nominee and now vice president was because Peter Thiel, one of his tech bro friends, suggested to the Trump campaign that they needed J.D. Vance. So it is possible, I guess, that they could come up with a deal. TikTok, or ByteDance, the parent company, on its behalf, has said previously that they had no intention of selling. But they did go to the White House and they presented kind of an idea of a joint venture with U.S. companies, I believe, including Oracle, which they already work with, basically to store U.S. users' data here, limiting what gets sent back, along with like majority U.S. investor support, which most of that already exists. Most of the members of the board are already American citizens. I believe a big chunk of the TikTok U.S. branch of TikTok, anyway, is American owned. There are servers here that hold all of our data that they would just have to beef up the security a little bit about what gets transmitted to China, things like that. Now, TikTok is trying to put that forward to see if that's going to be a good enough deal to meet the requirements to make this happen. And we'll see if J.D. Vance can actually get this done. I am surprised that Donald Trump tagged J.D. Vance with this, knowing how Donald Trump likes to be the master negotiator. He thinks himself is the greatest one, the art of the deal, that he'd want to be invested himself, but maybe he doesn't actually care about doing TikTok or saving it. So maybe by having J.D. Vance do it, if it blows up, he's got a scapegoat that he can blame if there is no deal and TikTok has to be banned again. So we will see if J.D. Vance can get the job done, or if he's going to do what Republicans do a lot, and that is fail.